Hello champs, welcome to all of you on my Pyara Sa channel Coding from Mumbai. In this video, I'm talking about cursors in Java. What is the meaning of cursor and what is the meaning of enumeration, what is the meaning of iterator, what is the meaning of list iterator. All basic information about cursor is already completed in part 1 video, which are present into core Java playlist. Okay, if you are not watching that video, so please go and watch that video. After that, you have to watch this video. So this is a part 2 video about cursors in Java. In part 1 video, I just completed the cursors part by theoretically, means theoretical concept about cursor are clear in part 1 video. This is part 2 video where I'm talking about the how we are able to implement the cursors, means how we are able to use the method of enumeration or iterator or list iterator or anything. Means implementation part of the cursors are contained by this video. Okay, so you have to watch this video very well. If you are not watching part 1 video, so please go watch. After that, you have to watch this video, and this is the last video about cursors in Java. Okay, so let's start the video and enjoy the video. Hello. Now let's start the video. Before talking about the major important point of the video, I just want to tell you what are the topics that I want to cover in this particular video. So first point that I want to cover, that is quick recap. Means whatever we are studying in part 1 video, I just want to quick revise for that. After that, I'm talking about enumeration interface, then iterator interface, then last one is list iterator interface. All information about these three interfaces are covered in this video. What is the limitation, what are the method contained by this, and by with the help of example we are able to see what is the drawbacks of this enumeration, and then what is the drawbacks of iterator that is fulfilled by list iterator interface. Okay, so before starting all the point, I just want to tell you, first we have to understand why we are using cursors, what is the requirement of using cursor, why we are studying cursor. Okay, so we have to understand first what is the important, what is the requirement. For that, I'm just open our VS code. I'm writing some line of code here, so you are able to see what is the problem for solving that particular problem in that picture, that in that case then cursor are come into the picture. Okay, so now I'm just open our VS code here. You are able to see in that I'm just creating a example.java file. Now I'm just creating example.java class, public class example. Okay, in which class contain a main method. Now I just want to import a package, that is util package, so I am able to work with the collection interface, collection framework family. Okay, I'm just writing java.util util.h3. Okay, so this is a simple package I just want to import into this file. Now in main method, I'm just want to create a list of array list class, array list, which contain the string type of data. Now I just want to like do an operation here for like what, al is equal to new, then array list. I'm not providing any object into the constructor. Now al dot add, I'm just writing some string here. I want to add Hardik. Okay, al dot add Subman, al dot add Virat, not Virat is already done. I'm just writing under string, that is Rohit. Al dot add then Kuldeep, al dot add then Bumrah. Okay, these are some element I'm adding into the particular al, means array list object. Now I just want to print that. I'm just writing simple al. Okay, now I want to run the program and see the output. What is the output? Output here is Virat, Hardik, Shubhaman, Rohit, and Kuldeep and Bumrah. Means whatever we are inserting the element into this particular list, as it is, they are stored into the memory. So we are able to see, means what is the list, whatever element we are inserting into the particular array list object, in the same format, in the same sequence they are inserting. So order So in the array list object, we know that array list insertion order is the result. In which order we are inserting the element, in the same order element are stored into the memory. So this is a simple properties of a array list class. Now question is, in this particular example, there is a no need. I'm saying that there is a no need of using the cursor in Java. What is the use of cursor in this program? Now, I just want to ask a question to you. You are able to see in this program. I'm telling you, this is a simple example. Example is a simple output of a list in which I'm inserting 6 string in the array list object. Question is, I just want to print all these elements one by one, not simultaneously. If you are able to see, this output are contained into the particular set. But my requirement is to print first element like Virat in first line, then Hardik in second line, then Subhaman in third line. In this way, I just want to print that. So how we are able to do that? Okay. So your answer is, sir, I have a point, I have a trick to for printing all the element of a list one by one, not simultaneously. That is what? That is by using for each loop. So I'm just writing for each loop here, string name, then colon, then object name. Now I'm just printing the all the name here. Okay, so by using this for each loop, we are able to print all the element of the particular array list object one by one. Let's run the program and see the output. Yes, we are able to do that. Means we are able to print all the element of a array list object one by one without using cursors in Java. There is no need of cursor. So by using simple for each loop, we are able to print all the element. But question is, my question is, you are printing all the element of this particular list in one by one. Yes, this is done from the by using for each loop. Now I just want to update my question. My question is, you have to print all the element of the particular array list one by one, but in reverse order. Means for in first place, I just want to print Bumrah, then Kuldeep, then Rohit, then Shubman. Means in reverse order, I just want to print all the element of the particular list one by one. I just want to print in reverse order. This is the output in forward order. I just want to print in reverse order. So by using for each loop, you are not able to do that. You are not able to print the object, all the element of a array list object in reverse order one by using for each loop. So in this, for solving this problem, for printing, for accessing all the element of a particular list in reverse order, we have to use the cursor. If I want to add any element between them, so we are not able to do by using for each loop. If I just want to replace any element during traversing, so we are not able to do by using for each loop. Means there are many operations that are we are not able to perform by using for each loop into the all the element of the particular array list object. For example, I just want to, when I'm traversing from Virat to Bumrah, means all the element of the list, I just want to replace Kuldeep by Bhuneshwar Kumar. Let's assume. So we are not able to by using this particular for each loop. So this is the drawbacks of this for each loop. Not a drawbacks. This is the problem which is solved by the cursor in Java. Understand? This is a requirement why we are using cursor. I think you are able to understand why we have to study the basic information, the concept of cursors in Java. Okay. Now I just want to open our this particular OneNote. So let's start the first point, that is quick recap. First point, that is quick revision of the all information about cursors in Java. Okay, so I'm just open this particular slide. You are able to see I'm just writing some important point. A Java cursor is an iterator which is used to iterate or traverse or retrieve a collection or stream object element one by one. Means by using Java cursor, we are able to traverse or iterate all the element of a collections object one by one. So this is a simple use of cursor. What is the use of cursor? We are able to traverse, we are able to retrieve, or we are able to iterate all the element of a collection framework or stream object element one by one. So this is simple use of cursor. Understand? This is simple definition about cursors in Java. Now, Java cursor are divided into three parts. Means we are able to iterate all the element one by one of a collection object or any stream object by using three ways. First way is enumeration as well as iterator as well as list iterator. All these three are the interfaces. Enumeration as well as iterator as well as list iterator. All these three are interfaces that are that are used for providing the way of iterating or traversing the list of object one by one. Understand? So by using three way, there are three interface. Enumeration is the interface which are introduced in Java version 1.0. Then enumeration, then iterator is the interface that are introduced in Java version 1.2. Then list iterator is a newer version that are comes into Java version 1.2. In the same version, iterator as well as list iterator are comes. So these are three interfaces that are used for providing or traversing the element of an object of a collection framework one by one. Understand? So this is a simple quick revision about the cursors in Java. How enumeration are works, how iterator are works, and how list iterator are works. I just talk about in very depth manner. Okay. So I think I'm just completed my first point, that is quick revision about the cursors in Java. Now I talk about enumeration interface. Understand? So I'm just writing point and let's start talk about the enumeration purpose. For that, I'm open our VS Code. Okay. Again, I'm not doing anything here. I just want to removing all the code here, whatever I'm writing here. Okay. You are able to see in this program, particular program, I am simply creating a importing a java.util package and then example class which contain a main method. Now I am creating a simple here text file. You are able to see this text file contains some line of important points about all the interfaces. So first point, that first topic, that is enumeration interface. What is the meaning of enumeration interface? How all works? Let's talk about that. So I'm not just writing important points about this particular interface. First point is, it is an interface used to get elements of legacy collections, that is vector and hash table. Understand? We have to understand in collection framework, list is a interface of collection framework, then list and set as well as the queue. In list interface, we are seeing that array list, linked list as well as vector. So vector and stack, these are two classes that are known as a legacy classes. Why they are known as a legacy collections? Because these two classes are present present into the older version of the Java. When collection framework is not come, means whenever collection framework is not exist in Java language, in that time this vector and hash table, these are the classes are already present into older version of the Java. This is why these two classes is known as a vector, or these two classes known as a legacy classes, because this is like legend classes, means these are present into the very long time. Okay. So after coming the collection framework, these legacy classes are contained or combined into the collection framework. Understand? Means these classes are present into before collection framework. After whenever collection come, in that time these two legacy classes are imported, or let's say combined into the collection framework. So enumeration is an interface which is used for traversing the element of only legacy classes. Means we are only able to traverse the element of the legacy classes, means of vector class or stack class. Understand? We have to understand very well. Why enumeration are works only for those? Because enumeration interface are introduced in Java version 1.2. In that time, there is no any other collection framework are exist. This is why. So we have only two classes, predefined classes, vector and stack. For doing or for iterating that classes, we have just scientists are creating just simple interface enumeration. So this is why enumeration interface are iterate all the element of one by one of legacy classes only. Understand? Means enumeration interface are works for legacy classes, means only for vector and stack classes. Now enumeration is a first iterator present for JDK 1.0 version. Reset are included into JDK 1.2 with the more functionality. Means these are the enumeration that are comes into the Java version 1.0. But after when Java JDK 1.2 are introduced, then this enumeration are comes with the more functionality. Okay. Third point, each legacy classes means vector class as well as the hash table class, this which is not now, that is the vector class or stack class, have a elements method. What I'm saying, these are the legacy classes have a elements method. By using this method we obtained the object of a class which implement the enumeration interface. This is a very important point. It's the last point which is very important. That is what each legacy classes means I'm talking about vector class as well as the stack class. These two classes have a elements method. By using this elements method, we are able to get the object of a enumeration, object of a class. Understand? Means these classes have already have elements method. By using elements method, we are able to obtain the object of a class which implement the enumeration interface. Understand why I am doing that? For example, if I want, because let's assume vector is a class which have a object. So v1, if I am calling v1 dot elements, we know that what we know that all legacy classes have elements method. So vector class also have a elements method. I'm just calling elements method. This method return the object of a class which implement the enumeration interface. So we know that the concept of interface. Interface, we are not able to create the object of an interface, but we are able to create the reference variable of an interface. That reference variable are only able to take the reference of a class which implement that interface. In this example, elements method returns the reference of an object of a class which implement the enumeration interface. So the reference we are able to put into the reference variable of a enumeration. Understand? You have to understand very well. This by using this vector class, by using this elements method, we are able to obtain the reference of a class or a reference of an object which implement the enumeration interface. This is why enumeration reference variable are able to take the reference of this particular object. Okay, so this is a very important point that I'm writing here. Now I'm talking about method. What are the method contained by enumeration interface? So enumeration interface contain only two methods. First method is public boolean has more elements. This method returns the boolean value true or false. These method are used check only in this particular list has more element or not. And second method is next element, means this method return the element object type data, means whatever type of element are stored into the enumeration interface that are returned by this object, this next element method. So by this is only two methods are contained by the particular enumeration interface. So before talking about limitation of the enumeration, I just want to create a program and see how enumeration are helps us to in for legacy classes to traverse the element one by one. Okay, so for that I'm just open our example.java file here. Now I'm creating the object of legacy classes. I'm just creating the object of vector class. So I'm just writing vector and which contain, let's assume, a string type of data. Okay, v1 is equal to new, then vector. I'm just writing here this bracket. Okay, for understand why it is error, I don't know. We have to read the message. Vector cannot resolve a type. Okay, so I think we have to remove this particular bracket from this box. Why it is again showing error? If I want to run the program and see the output, there is not any error. Okay, I think now error is gone. If it is not, I didn't want to know that. Now I just want to add some element into the particular add. I just want to add the element into vector. Okay, let's do that. I'm just adding element like Aman and I want to print that v1. So let's do and let's see output or comes or not. Yes, is an error. There is an error provided. That is example of Java uses an unchecked or unsafe operation recompile with excellent blah 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 and it returns a aman as a set. Okay, so means it works whatever error are provided, I don't know, but yes, it this vector class return the set. You are able to see this vector class return the set here. You are able to see. Okay, so I'm just want to add more elements, so we are able to do. Before adding, I just want to provide the type safety here. Okay, now I am adding more element v1 dot add, like, okay, v1 dot add, then I want to add some elements here. v1 dot add v1 dot add. Okay, after adding, I just want to run the program and see the output is output. You are able to see output is very clear. There is not any error I'm finding now. Means Aman, Komal, Mobul, and Badal and Jangali are comes into this particular output. We are able to get. So now let's see how by using enumeration we are able to what? We are able to traverse the particular vector class which is legacy classes. Understand? So let's do that. I am just creating the enumeration reference variable enumeration, and and by using this object v1, I'm just calling elements method. We know that all the legacy classes are that have a elements method. By using elements method, we are able to get the reference of an object which implement the enumeration interface. Now by using for each, I'm not using for each loop. Now I'm just using while loop. By using while loop, we are able to traverse the element of this particular list. I'm just writing while, and I'm writing ve dot has more element. We know that enumeration interface has two method. First method is has more element, which return the boolean value. In that, I'm just writing string, then name is equal to string type. I just want to typecast e dot next element method. Understand? Means by using next element method, we are able to get the object type data, but I want to convert into string type. Okay, then string into name. After that, if I want to do some operation like this, so I think there is no chances of doing this problem. Okay, I'm just writing string here, so there is not any type of typecasting are needed here. I just want to print this name. Okay, now I want to again run the program and see the output. We are able to get or traverse all the elements or not. Yes, we are able to traverse all the element one by one by using enumeration interface. So this is how enumeration interface works. Means by using enumeration interface, we are able to traverse all the element of a particular legacy classes one by one. Understand? This is how enumeration interface works. We have to understand. This legacy classes, this is maybe a vector class or this may be a stack class. Both are the legacy classes. So by use of for traversing the elements, all the elements of a legacy classes, we are able to do by using two methods of a legacy classes or enumeration interface. First method is has more elements method. Second method is next element method. Okay. Now let's talk about the what is the drawbacks of this particular enumeration interface, or what is the limitation. So I just want to talk about limitation of the particular enumeration interface. First limitation in is enumeration is for legacy classes, means only for vector and stack classes enumeration we are able to traverse. If I want to traverse a list of array list class or a linked list class or any other collection predefined class, so we are not able to traverse of any type of collection framework classes. We are only able to traverse the element of a legacy classes, that is vector class and stack class. So this is the first drawbacks or first limitation about the about enumeration interface. We are only able to traverse or iterate the element of a legacy classes. Hence, it is not a universal iterator. This is why it is not a universal iterator. What is the meaning of universal iterator? A iterator which traverses all types of element. Understand? Second limitation, Remove operations can't be performed using enumeration. If I want to remove any element between this particular traversary, let's assume in this example, when I'm traversing from this particular list from one to last by using this while loop, if I want to remove this particular method or this particular name mobile from this particular list, so we are not able to do that because enumeration interface does not have any remove method, so we are able to remove the element from the particular list. So this is the second limitation of the particular enumeration interface. Now I am talking about third point, that is only forward direction iterator is possible. Now in example, when I talk about the requirement of the cursor, in that time I am telling that by using for each loop we are able to traverse from in forward direction. Okay, so there is a not any type of profit we are got, we are just traversing the in forward direction. If I want to traverse in reverse direction, so we are not able to perform by using this particular enumeration interface. Enumeration interface does not have any type of classes that helps us to traverse in reverse order. So these are some limitation are into comes into the enumeration interface. Understand? So I think your all concept about enumeration interface are clear till now. Okay, so whatever profit and whatever the important points and what is the method and what are the limitation are come into the enumeration interface that are solved by the iterator interface. Iterator interface are introduced into Java version 1.0. So let's talk about the iterator interface. Okay, I'm just opening this file and now you are able to see I'm writing information about iterator interface. So let's read all the important point about iterator interface. Then I'm taking an example for understanding the concept of iterator interface, how this iterator interface are useful in the place of enumeration interface. So iterator interface have some important points. Let's read one by one. We can use iterator to get objects one by one from any collection object. Means this is a very important point. Means by using this particular iterator interface, we are able to traverse all types of collection framework data. Means when I talk about the enumeration interface, in that interface, we are only able to traverse what the legacy classes element of data, means the group of data or the list of data of only legacy classes. But when I'm talking about the iterator interface, so by using this iterator interface we are able to traverse in any type of collection framework object. So you are able to see first line, we can use iterator to get object one by one from any collection object. This is very important. Means if I want to traverse array list, we are able to do that. If I want to traverse linked list, we are able to do that. If I want to traverse queue, if I want to traverse set type of data, set interface type of data, so we are able to do that. So this is known as the universal traverser or universal iterator. This is which is known as the iterator interface. Second point is we can apply the iterator concept to any collection object, and this is why it is known as a universal cursor. Understand? Cursor is nothing but a way of traversing the element one by one. Understand? So this is why iterator interface is known as a universal cursor. Third point, while iterating the objects of by iterator, we can perform both read and remove operation. This is very important, which is are not present into the enumeration interface. In enumeration interface, we are not able to remove the element from the list. We are only able to read the element from the particular list. But by using iterator interface, we are able to read as well as remove the element from the particular list. Last point, we can get the iterator object by using iterator method of collection interface. Means when I'm talking about enumeration interface, so all the legacy classes, means vector class as well as the stack class, these are classes which have a elements method. By using elements method, we are able to get the object of a class which implement the enumeration interface. But for iterator interface, all the collection framework object, means all the collection framework classes, predefined classes, have a iterator method. Understand? As well as vector class as well as stack class, means legacy classes also have a iterator method. By using this particular iterator method, we are able to obtain the object of a class which implement the iterator interface. So how it looks like for example, I'm just creating the object of linked list class. Okay, ll linked list. We are able to create not a linked list. I'm just creating the object reference variable of a iterator interface. Iterator interface, like example it. So we are able to put the reference into this particular reference variable of a class which implements the which implement the iterator interface. So we are just calling the, for example, I have an object of a linked list class. Okay, L. So we are just calling all the predefined classes of collection framework are have a elements method. I'm just calling not element, iterator method. We know that elements method are comes only have for legacy classes, but iterator interface, iterator method are present into each and every collection framework classes. Understand? This is why this iterator method are very useful for us to get the or obtain the object of a class which implement the iterator interface. So this is how this is important. This is a whatever this last point are able to say, we are just writing here. Okay, now what are the method contained by the iterator interface? So iterator interface contain three method. First method is has next method, is completely same as a method that are contained by the enumeration interface, that is has more element, only name of the method are changed. Means the working of the method that is has more element is completely similar to the particular method that is has next method. Then by using next method, we are able to get the next element of the particular list. By using remove method, we are able to remove the element from the list. So these are the three methods which are contained by the iterator interface. So before talking about limitation, I just want to take example so you are able to understand how this particular iterator interface are works and how it solve the problem. For that, I am just removing all this code which I'm writing here. Okay. Now I'm creating the object of a what? Linked list class. Linked list LL is equal to new. And I'm writing here what I'm just writing here. String type data I want to insert. You are able to insert any type of data. I just want to insert in string type, so you are able to understand in a very easy manner. Okay. Linked list. Now I just want to add element here. And I'm writing here like Modi, then ll dot add. I have tried capital add, and here I'm writing like Amit Shah, and then ll dot add Kejriwal, then ll dot add, then let's assume Rahul, ll dot add, let's assume Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, I just want to first print all the element directly without using any type of iterator. Why it is that I don't know. There is, I think, gone. Just writing here ll. Now let's see the output. What is the output are contained by this particular program. Okay, you are able to see the output. Modi, Amit Shah, then Kejriwal, Rahul, Subhash Chandra Bose. All the output are, comes into very well manner. Now, I'm talking about iterator interface. How we are by using iterator interface, we are able to traverse the this particular linked list class or list object. Okay, so I'm just writing. I'm just creating the object of a iterator, the reference variable of iterator interface. It is equal to, and by using the linked list class object, we are just I'm just writing calling the iterator method. We know that all the classes, all the predefined classes of collection framework contain a iterator method. Okay, I'm just using the while loop here. Okay, I want to do like this. I'm just writing here while loop, and I'm writing it dot has next method, which gives the boolean type of value true or false if this particular list have a next element or not. Then I'm just writing here string type. So there is not needed for typing casting for each and every element of the list. Now I'm just writing string, not writing string, I just directly want to print. No, I have to take that for doing the menu operation. String, then data is equal to it dot next. Then I want to print that data. Okay, so by using this particular way we are able to iterate one by one all the element of the particular list. I just want to run the program. We're able to see one by one we are able to traverse all the element of the list. Okay, now I'm talking about the another method that are contained by the uh, iterator interface, that is remove method. How this particular remove method are works? Let's assume I just want to remove this particular last element from the group. How we are able to do that? So I am coming here, I am just writing if, then I just want to print this message into the else condition. I'm not printing into else condition, I'm just printing directly. Okay, now here if I'm writing data is equal to what, that is Subhash Chandra Bose, just copy paste here. There is not any type of error we are able to get. If data is equal to Subhash Chandra Bose, so I just want to remove that. So it dot remove, that I am calling. After that means I am traversing the whole element of a particular list. I just want to remove the element from the list. So if data is equal to Subhash Chandra Bose, so we are able to remove that list element from the group and then print. Now let's run the program and see the output. We are able to see there is not any error because we are not able to remove yes, we are not able to remove. We are able to remove. Actually happen here, that is what we have to print the data, not from here. We have to print the data here. Data, not data, means linked list. Okay, means after performing the operation, after removing the element, during what, during I just printing this line also. You are able to see I'm just running the program and see the output. Now you're able to see we're not printing all the element one by one, we are able to do that. But after printing, during printing, I'm just deleting this one element from the group by using remove method. So you are able to see when I'm printing again all the elements in one simultaneously, you are able to see there is no element that is Subhash Chandra Bose are present. Okay, so this is how this remove method are works for removing the element from the particular list one by one. Okay, so this is an important point. This is the all three method, how we are able to use the all method of this particular iterator interface. Okay, so now let's talk about the what are the limitations that are contained by the this particular iterator interface. First point, both enumeration as well as iterator interface are single direction cursor only, means we are only able to traverse only in one directional, in forward direction only we are able to traverse. We are not able to traverse in reverse direction by using the enumeration interface as well as by using the iterator interface. That is we can always move only forward direction and we can't move into the backward direction. Second point, while iterating by iterator, we can perform only read and remove operation and we can't perform replacement or addition of new object. If I want to add any new object into the list during traversing, so we can't able to do that. If I want to replace any element by new element, so we can't able to do that by using iterator interface. Third point, to overcome these limitation, uh, we have to introduce Sun. Means Sun is a what? I'm not removing Sun. Sun is a scientist or developer of a Java. So Sun people introduce a list iterator concept for solving the problem. Means that are problem. What problem? We can't traverse in reverse order. We can't able to replace any element. We can't able to addition new element into the group or a object list group of object during traversing. So for solving these problems, list iterator R comes into the picture. Okay, so now I am just open the particular file, you are able to see these are 3 points I am covering. I am talking about this last point, that is ListIterator Interface. Now again I want to open VS Code. Now I'm talking about ListIterator Interface. Okay, so you have to understand one thing: iterator interface as well as ListIterator interface, both interfaces are introduced into the same version of the Java, that is Java 1.2. Okay, now read the important points that are contained by the ListIterator interface. First point: ListIterator is a child interface of a iterator interface. This is very important. ListIterator is not any different type of interface. ListIterator interface is a child interface of a iterator interface. Means whatever method that is a has next method, remove method, all these methods are inherited by this particular ListIterator interface. Okay, second point is, by using ListIterator we can move either to the forward direction or to the backward direction. That is, it is a bi-directional cursor. Means that is, we can't able to do into the enumeration as well as iterator interface. That are things we are able to perform into the ListIterator interface. Means we are able to traverse into the bi-directional as well as into the forward direction as well as the backward direction by using the ListIterator interface. Third point: while iterating by ListIterator, we can perform replacement, addition of new object in addition to read and remove operation. Means we are able to perform many operation. Means replacement operation, addition operation, removing operation, all types of operation we are can able to perform during traversing by using the ListIterator interface. Then by using ListIterator method, we can create a ListIterator object. We have to understand, when I talk about enumeration interface, so there is elements method that are contained by the legacy classes, vector class as well as the stack class. By using that method, what we are able to do, we are just able to obtain the object of a class which implement the enumeration interface. In iterator interface, I'm telling that all the collection predefined class have a iterator method. By using iterator method, we can obtain the object of a class which implement the iterator interface. Same here, all the class of a collection framework, predefined class of a collection framework, have a method, that is ListIterator method. By using this particular ListIterator method, we can able to obtain a object of a class which implement what, which implement the ListIterator interface. Same as a element method, it works same as a element method, it works same as a iterator method. So I'm just creating the object of what, I'm just creating the object of a set interface, set, let's assume I'm just creating the object of a vector class. Okay, vector v, not vector stack class, or array list, let's assume array list. Okay, al is equal, I'm creating object, and we are able to, I'm creating in reference variable of a ListIterator interface, ListIterator. Okay, then I'm just calling, by using the object of array list class, the ListIterator method. Okay, so by using this particular method, we are able to obtain the object of a class which implement the ListIterator interface. So this is all information about how this particular line are want to explain. Now I'm talking about the method. What are the methods contained by the ListIterator interface? Okay, so let's assume, read one by one. First method is public has next method that are inherited by the from the what iterator interface. Public object next, this is also inherited. Public voice next index is a new method. Public boolean has previous method, previous index method, remove method, set method, add method. Now let's see all the important method one by one. Okay, so I'm just open our example.java file. In the same example, I'm not creating any new file, I'm just in the same example, I just want to talk about the ListIterator interface. Okay, you are able to see I'm just creating the object of a linked list class, and in that I'm just adding some element. I want to removing this element by any other name. I did not want to remove. Okay, let's remove that. Just want to add Mayavati. Okay, you are able to see I'm just adding the 5 element into this particular linked list class. Now I just want to create the object of a ListIterator interface. Lit is equal to ll dot ListIterator interface. Okay, I'm in that I'm just passing the string here. Now you are able to see I'm just creating the reference variable of a ListIterator interface, which are provided by the ListIterator method. Okay, now I'm just adding. I just want to traverse first. While lit dot has next method, and I just want to uh, string data is equal to lit dot next method. Then I just want to print data. Okay, so let's run the program and see the output. What is the output of the program? We are able to see we are able to obtain one by one all the element. It is a basic operation we are able to perform by using the ListIterator method. Now talking about the one method that is known as the no, before talking about additional method, I just want to talk about the you are able to see by using this operation we are able to traverse in forward direction. Means first you are if I able to take the here output, you are able to see first Modi is come, then Amit Shah, then Kejriwal, then Rahul, then Mayawati. Means in forward direction we are able to only traverse. Now I want to traverse into the backward direction. I'm writing here route forward direction. Okay, and I'm just want to copy this line and paste it here. I'm writing here backward direction. How we are able to traverse in backward direction? Okay, for that I have to know very important point. When I traverse to reverse order or in backward direction of a particular list by using the ListIterator interface, for in that time during the creation of the particular ListIterator interface reference variable in ListIterator method, we have to pass the size of the particular list. Understand? Means what are the size, what are the number of element are contained by this particular element, we have to pass into the method of ListIterator. I'm just passing here ll dot size method. So by using this particular size method, this method return the number of element contained by this particular ll object, which contain the 5 element. Okay, means why I'm passing this particular size? When I want to traverse in backward direction, so we have to pass the size of the element, size of the group into ListIterator method. Now I'm coming into the here, and now I'm by using while loop again I want to traverse in backward direction. So I'm just writing while. I'm not calling the has next method, I'm just calling another method, that is what? It is has previous method. In this example, I'm not calling the has next method, I'm simply calling the has previous method. Okay, then I just I just want to copy this line from this while loop and paste it here. Here I'm just calling one method, not a next method, I'm calling the previous method. Okay, so I'm just calling the has previous method. Then by using previous method we are able to traverse in reverse direction, in backward direction. So let's run the program and see the output. I want to take it too much up. You are able to see first time. Okay, why I'm not able to get the output in the direction in which I just want to get. I just want to run the program. Oh, there is an error. That is what, when I'm passing the size of the list into the particular this what method, that is ListIterator, in that we are not able to forward it, we are not able to traverse in forward direction. So I'm just pasting, I'm just comment it now. I'm just traversing in backward direction or in reverse direction at a time. Okay, so you are able to see this output. This is our output in backward direction, means Mayawati, Rahul, Kejriwal, Amit ji, Shah, Modi. If you are able to see this message, in which is first comes Modi, then Amit Shah, then blah blah blah. Here Modi is last, Amit Shah is second last. So in backward direction, we are able to traverse by using the ListIterator interface. So how this particular ListIterator interface works? Now I'm talking about another method, that is what? Guess that is the previous index method. You are already seen the remove method, how remove method are works. I'm talking about the previous index method and then next index method. Okay, so here I'm just want to print what? Before printing data, I just want to print the some important information, that is lit dot previous index method, which return the index. Understand? Now I just want to run the program and see the output. What is the output? You are able to see it return the index, that is the 3, then Mayavati, then 2, then 1, then 0, then -1. So in this way, by using the previous index method, we are able to get the index of all the elements in previous order. Okay, now I just want to comment the traversing in backward direction. I just want to uncomment or the forward direction important method. Okay, let's take another line. Now here I talk about the another method, that is what? Guess what method I'm talking about? I'm talking about the in this example I'm taking the previous index method. In this example I'm taking the next index method. So I'm just calling lit dot has next method. And when I'm traversing in forward direction, so there is no need to pass the size of a group or object. Okay, so I'm just run the program and see the output. You are able to see any problem, that is the curly braces problem. What is the problem? We have to see in that. I think I have to comment this line also. Okay, now let's run the program and see the output again here. You are able to see the output here. What is this? I have to provide here not has next, has lit dot next index method. Okay, now let's run the program again and see the output. We are able to see, we are able to get the index of all the elements one by one by using the what next index method. Okay, so I think many methods I'm just completed till now, that is the has next method, next index method, has previous method, previous index method, remove method is you already done. Now two methods are means remaining, that is the set method and add method. Let's talk about that, how set method are works and how add method are works. For that I'm just want to removing all this code here first, and also I just want to remove this line. Now after forward direction and printing, and then I just want to print the lit ll our list. After doing the operation I just want to add. Now my question is, by using the set method we are able to replace the any element into the group during traversing. So I just want to what? I just want to uh, change this particular Kejriwal name as an Arvind Kejriwal. Understand? By I just want to replace the particular this element Kejriwal to the new element, that is Arvind Kejriwal. Okay, so I'm just coming into here. If data is equal to, I'm just copy this line, Control C and paste it here. So you have to perform one operation, that is what? Lit dot set method, and in that I'm just writing Arvind Kejriwal. Okay, you are able to see I am just replacing the Kejriwal data by this. I just want to, before forwarding, I want to print the LL. So before and after you are able to see the output. Now this output is before, in which Kejriwal are present. We are able to update or we are able to replace element by using the set method. You are able to see new after updation Arvind Kejriwal are present. So we are able to update or we are able to set or replace the element during traversing of a particular list by using the array list by using the ListIterator interface. Okay, now I'm talking about the last method, that is what? It is add method. Okay, I just want to removing this line. Now when I just want to add one element, okay, for that I am doing one thing. Okay, I just want to removing this line. Let's see. My requirement is I want to add one more element here. That is what? That is, let's assume Achilles. Okay, I just want to add one element Achilles after Amit Shah and before Kejriwal. So how I am doing that? So I'm just taking the index of a element. So int index is equal to lit dot next index method if index is equal to 2. Okay, means when index number is 1 and 2, then after that I just want to add. So I'm just writing lit dot add method. I'm just writing Achilles. Okay, you are able to see. I By using add method we are want to add one more element between these two elements, and after that I just want to print that. Again run the program and see the output. Can we are able to do that or not by using this method? Yes, we are able to do that. Okay, why I'm not able to get the result here? I want to see why I'm not able to. Index is equal to 2. No, I want to run the program. Why I'm not able to? Actually I have to close the run program and see the. Again I want to run forward direction and Kejriwal. Okay, this, I think I'm doing any mistake here for adding the element into the group. So I'm not using any method here. Okay, I just want to add lit dot add Achilles. I just want to take see where this particular string are added, in the last or in between, where I just want to see after adding, and this particular forward I just want to remove. Let's run the program and see the output. We are able to do that or not? You are able to see Achilles are added by default in first index. We are able to add any element into the first index by using the add method. Understand? So we are able to add that. We can't able to add into this particular bin between. We have to see. I'm not damn sure about how to add element between them, but we are able to add element during traversing or after traversing by using this particular list iterator interface. I think I'm completed all the method of a list iterator interface. Okay, so this is all information about the list iterator interface as well as the uh, enumeration interface as well as the iterator interface. So this all information about the iterator or the cursors in Java. Okay, if you have any doubt till now after watching all the video, this is part 1 video. After watching part 1 as well as part 2 videos, I am damn sure you do not have any type of confusion about the enumeration interface, iterator interface and list iterator interface. How enumeration interface are works for legacy classes, how iterator interface are works for all the collection framework classes, but still does not fulfill all the requirement of a it cursors. Then how this particular list iterator interface are comes, and this particular interface are solve each and every problem that are not solved by these two previous interfaces. Understand? So this all information about cursors in Java, and thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.